All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. So my goal is to cover 4 stocks on this one: FSR, SOFI, Mark, and Rumble. I just did a Trump stock video and I couldn't get the last 2 on it. I really wanted to, so I'm hoping I can do it here. All right, so FSR. All right, 2 things. Okay, number 1, I have been very pessimistic, very bearish on this one. There is someone in the comments that for the last few weeks has been talking about averaging down here and buying it. All right, I love it. Love it when people disagree with me. All right, I am not here pretending to know it all. I clearly make mistakes. I have no crystal balls. And hey, hopefully 2023 gainer just became 2024 gainer, and that's a joke on the username right there. But yeah, today was a decent day, and I say decent very specifically because obviously it's easy to focus on the 17%. I'm looking at this candle really heavily, and I'm looking at the 8 moving average very specifically. All right, so I'm actually really excited to talk about this one. All right, I saw the run above $1, above 110. You can see the high of the day was 111, right? So yeah, I'm excited to talk about the day, obviously the close, and more importantly, what I think of tomorrow, right? SOFI, big day today, because SOFI, I was starting to get worried that it was going to start slipping lower and lower now that it lost a couple of the key lines, right? But a good market helps a lot, right? So that'll be the focus there. And then one more time, I just made my Trump video. I'm going to add Mark and Rumble to the end of this one, all right? So before I go any further, and you know I'm excited to talk about these ones, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these are setting up short term. There are 5 moving averages. I have not drawn any, really. Okay, they're up here, yeah, but I will draw some horizontal support and resistance lines. Actually makes sense that I didn't now that I'm looking at this, but again, I'll get there shortly. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad. I'm telling you, anything you can do helps me so much with these YouTube algorithms, especially if you can actually share the video. My socials are growing, but they are not as big as compared to others. And yeah, if you can hit share, it helps a lot. Okay, so let's get into FSR. Okay, and again, I think I want to start the video by stressing, to me, it's less about the actual percentage gain today, and it's way more about the candle itself, the shape of it, and how we fared against the 8 moving average. Okay, so before I talk about today and what I think of tomorrow, let me just zoom out a little bit. All right, so I have a rhyme that I say all the time. I don't know if you've been here before or not, but if you can break all 5 moving averages, if you can get above them, you will fly. You will go up, and it's a beautiful thing. All right. Unfortunately, if you lose all 5 moving averages, if you fall below all 5, you will die. You will die, and it's a bad place to have your hard-earned money, and you can see it right here. We lose all 5 lines roughly at, I mean, not even roughly, basically at $6, and we drop all the way to sub 1. Horrible. And I'm telling you, I've seen the extremes of break them and fly. We clearly see the devastation of lose them and die here, all right? From there, what ends up happening, all right, and I'm telling you, this goes on any stock, any sector. This is not FSR specific, but clearly you can see it here. You fall away from the 8, you come to the 8. You fall away from the 8, you come to the 8. You fall away from the 8, you come to the 8. You fall away, and so on and so forth. Sometimes you'll get over, but then that pesky 20 will bring you back down. And lo and behold, we have fallen far from the 8. We have now come to the 8. History tells me we're probably going to lose it and keep coming down. I see it. Excuse me, little hiccup. I see it going up after hours right now, okay? Ooh, excuse me, 2 hiccups, my apologies. 2 things. Number 1, I don't care about after hours. Number 2, it's not even over the line just yet, right? The line being the 8 moving average. But I think to me the craziest thing really was how high it got. Again, I said it at the beginning of the video. The high of the day, you can see it in the box over there, was $1.11. This thing destroyed. This thing went from red to green in a matter of hours, right? It was a crazy run, okay? I always say you can't get too excited about intraday. Hey, if you're an intraday trader, obviously you want to get super excited and hope you made that move, right? But if you're a day swinger like me, right, you can't let an intraday moment just freak you out and you react, right? So you gotta. This is why I stress the end of regular hours. And yeah, what was $1 plus is barely over 90, right? So. I'm telling you, I'm going to say it one more time. I'm looking at a stock that goes down and away from the 8, back to the 8, down away, back to down away. We've now went down away, back to. My first thought is we're going to go back down. It is, right? Like, I'm here believing that stocks remember things. We're not playing roulette here, spinning a little plastic ball that doesn't remember anything, right? Like, these stocks remember. The FSR, this 3 random letter combination, it knows it's under all 5 lines, and it knows it can't get over these 2 lines just yet, all right? If tomorrow can get into 96 cents. I'm actually going to set an alert. I would like to know, that's 97. I would like to know FSR 96 cents. If we can get into 96 cents, I think there's a decent chance that we run to $1.25. That's a nice little percentage right there for sure, right? I think there's a shot that we maybe try to get over the 8 and go to the 20. Because again, you can see it. We've done it, right? We've done it right here. We got over the 8, we got to the 20, lo and behold, we got slapped down. We get above the 20, lo and behold, slapped down. I think there's a decent shot to say, all right, maybe we'll get over this. Maybe we'll make a little run. Listen, I do not think that we're going to get over the 20 moving average just yet. I don't, all right? And the sad thing is, all right, here's the sad part. NASDAQ is starting to do really well, all right? SPX, the S&P 500, is continuing to try to go back for this all-time high line, right? Like, the indices are doing well, and generally speaking, that makes me believe a little bit more. I think I need a little bit more here before I make some assumptions. If we can get over the 20 moving average, I think my tone will change. For now, I got to believe that. And look, as I zoom out more, let me just zoom out. Like, this thing has been under all 5 moving averages for a good while. You can actually say it's been under all 5 since this $16 line. It tried to get over all of them when I talked about that $6 area, right? But truth be told, as we're looking at this thing, under it was around 15, 14, and lo and behold, like I said, where we came now. So I'm looking at a stock that doesn't do well against the moving averages. I can't let a single day get me too excited, all right? So, and again, let me just end it with talking about the candle. This is a doji. Someone just taught me it is a gravestone doji. I think that was the name, gravestone, something. What happens today, right? This candle screams a lot of it, all right? We open right here, and you can see it all in the box over there. We open at 91 cents. We fly up. We fall down. Lo and behold, we basically close 2 pennies higher. This screams uncertainty. People thought it was going to fly. People thought it should stay down. It never went back over. And at the end of the day, everyone kind of decided, you know what, let's just wait till tomorrow. All right. I think I'm seeing it creep post market up again. I don't care about that. I need things to happen during regular hours. Clearly, we've seen things can happen during regular hours. I need it to close well. All right. So I set my alert. I'd like to trade this. I don't think I need to look at the weekly. When you're under them all on the daily, you're going to be under them all in the weekly. Where's your 8 moving average at? 132. This says there might be a shot at $1.32. I like keeping our expectations right here at $1.25. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. I know I saw a headline. I don't think the headline was very important. Let me know if you disagree and I should have talked about it. All right. So I appreciate you so much. And let's get into SOFI. All right. SOFI. Really quickly, if you can please share this video, if you can please subscribe. Oh man, it does me so well, okay? Let's get into this. And I think it's funny, okay? I just covered FSR, and the last thing I essentially said was, look, the NASDAQ's starting to look good. Where we had and we as me, I'm not even pretending I didn't, right? Where I had momentary fears that we might lose these two and head on down here. No, we're going back up and we're pushing for these golden lines, right? So NASDAQ's looking nice again. Not only that, looky, S&P 500 is reattempting again this purple all-time highs number, right? So there is a lot to like on the indices, okay? It didn't get me excited on FSR. It's getting me a little bit more excited on SOFI. And ironically, they have the same candle. Look at that SOFI candle right there. Look at the FSR candle right here, all right? I mean, nearly mirrors of each other, right? You can say maybe there's a little bit more of a body right here, but no. I'm seeing a big wick up, a little baby wick down, and just insignificant movement today, all right? They both do a gap up. Let me just kind of go back up and highlight. Like this one gaps up here, and so does SOFI as well. Again, I like the SOFI gap up more because looky what we did. We take two moving averages out with that. FSR couldn't even get over 1. This actually gets over 2. And remember where we were. We were under all 5. So I mean, it doesn't only take back 2, it brings us back into a hope. You know what I mean? So very much, it's funny, they are almost identical charts, identical candles, identical big day pops and drops, but I think I have to give a little bit more credit to SOFI than FSR. I might be wrong, right? Like, I'm here trying to rank stocks. I don't even pretend to know that well. Like, I'm not here saying I know the fundamentals or the financials of SOFI more or less or equal to FSR, right? To me, these are just random 3 and 4 letters that, people ask me to cover, right? But I give SOFI a little more credit. I also think I like this sector a little bit more. It's banking, right? End of the day, like, banking's not going to go away. Do I believe they're going to revolutionize the way banking is done and this and that? I don't know, right? And I don't even know if that's their play anymore, right? But I remember them kind of coming in as this oh, we're tech banking, not your regular one. And hey, lo and behold, Bank of America's got the same apps and stuff, right? So, I like this more as a new good bank, really. And to me, I think that's why I give the indices strength a little more credit here than on FSR, all right? What matters to me most on SOFI, it's still this I almost said 280, 821 line. $8.21 is going to be really important. Clearly, these two lines are actually a little more important, right? And as I look in the box over there, 808 and 814 are the actual numbers of the 50 and 100 moving average. To me, I'm still going to keep this 821. We need to it's really hard to get over one line, let alone 2 lines, right? We obviously did it today. We got over 2 lines. Are we going to do that again? That's kind of hard to do back to back as well, right? But MACD is not too far off from 0. Hopefully this RSI, which was at an 85 not that long ago, gets as low as 14. We're sitting at a 25 now. Hey, hopefully we can go up from 25 to 70-ish, 80-ish even, right? We don't even have to go as high as that 90-ish. It was 89 on one of the days, right? So I think I like this one a lot more. I believe we're going to break 820. I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle here, though. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, hopefully the indices hold. And yeah, I am more bullish here than I am on FSR. Again, you can't let a single candle get you too excited. Weekly is not saying too much either yet. Obviously, it's still a single day, right? But yeah, let's see what confirmation looks like. Let's see what the day after the doji looks like for SOFI. But like I said, overall, I am more optimistic here, all right? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Let's take a look at Rumble. Rumble. Listen, it's funny, right? I covered Rumble. I was saying I didn't like Rumble. Actually, for the exact same... Wow, I didn't actually even look at the charts on this one. They all have a very funny connection, it seems like, right? But just like FSR, this was under, hey, really quickly, I'm so sorry. If you can please subscribe and share, oh man, it helps so much, okay? This was under all 5 moving averages. This was unable to get over the 8 moving average. And as we saw fun taking off, as we saw DWAC taking off, what happens? Rumble kept going down, right? You can say there was a decent little pop there, but yeah, it definitely didn't hold and it came down, okay? Lo and behold, today makes a really big move, right? And I think what's happening is the Trump effect, right? Like, as DWAC and fun get a little too hot, I'm expecting Rumble and Mark to be the place that they go. I actually literally said that in the Discord earlier today. Look at that. I think those might have more. Look, I believe DWAC is just a little too crazy hot, and I think if it cools down, most of the volume might come to Rumble. It might come to fun. It might come to markets. Why I believe those 3 might still have a little more. Again, DWAC might still keep going up and keep going crazy, and that actually might mean these ones keep going up, right? So I am liking Rumble. Now listen, can't get too excited about a single day, right? But today destroys 3 moving averages. Today destroys the volume average, right? I mean, as I zoom out, today was, I mean, one of a few of the highest trading days it's ever had. It looks like there's about 5 right there, maybe another 2 there. This is easily the top 7-8 days of trading, right? Since sometime in 2021, right? So, again, there are things that are hard to ignore. This is a really low RSI, right? I like that. I want it to be low so that it can keep running up, right? This 50 moving average line is a really important line to talk about because look, we test the 50 right there back in 23. We tested again a little bit later in 23. We tested again in December of 23. We don't, just at the border of 24, never really tested it in January of this year, right? But there were a number of tests on that 50. We smashed it today. I don't know why. And again, I know I talked about this one. Where's the 100? I know I talked about 100. Nope. Give me a second. 100 MA. This is, I don't know. Again, I just feel it. I feel like Rumble wants the 690s. I feel like it's testing the 50. It will smash the 100, and it's going to want to run to the 200. I feel like the smash here makes me believe it's not, and look, the 100 MA is a really, really hard line. Like, I don't want to underestimate the difficulty of this line. The line's never been touched since back in June of 23, right? I don't, and I'm just zooming back to kind of look at it, right? Yeah, there's not that much flying either, but I don't know why. I just feel like the way it took the 50 today, it's just going to smash through the 100 like hot butter. It's going to want to come like mid-gap-ish to like 630-ish. Maybe, like I said, even want to come all the way to 690 at the 200 moving average, right? So look, the first next immediate target really is 515. After 515, it's 545. The money line, and you're going to see me, I'm setting an alert right here. I want to know 543. If we can get over that, red could be a really nice green, and that's again why I think it's going to smash it. I think if it just can get over it, the momentum and the beautiful red, green, like, oh man, Rumble. I've got eyes here on it now, all right? I don't think we need to look at the weekly here. Yeah, man, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Goodness. 630. Rumble. Gotta love it. I imagine I'm going to chapter these two together. Let me know if you have any other thoughts on Rumble. Hey, first of all, thank you so much to the team. I was not looking at Mark. I did not realize Mark was connected to the Trump stocks, actually, right? But looky what we got going on here, all right? We try to take the 100 moving average, obviously couldn't do it. Today was a really big day. And look, as I'm zooming out, okay, we've been testing this 100 moving average. Now, clearly, we've been well under it since November 2021. Goodness, it's been a long time under it. But we've hit the line right here in 22. We hit the line in early 23, a couple more times in like early to middle 23, and all of a sudden right now, right? So the hundred's taken some beatings. I think it's ready to go, and really, I'm kind of echoing the thoughts. I feel like as the others get too hot, these ones might be fresh enough to kind of steal some of the focus and momentum, you know? I want to zoom out because I want to see the volume here. Dude, look at it. This was what seems like the second highest day of trading. Look at this. I'm on the weekly chart, all right? Today was only a single day of trading, and it's already higher than most combined weeks. There are only 2 weeks. I'm talking 5-day trading days, maybe 4 if there was a holiday, right? But this single day, I'm zooming in so you can clearly see it. Look at this. We're looking at the weekly volume. Only 2 weeks have been higher than our single day. Craziness, right? So there's a caucus tomorrow. There is a lot of 2024 election to go. There's a lot of coverage to go. Donald Trump is good at getting attention, all right? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. I appreciate you all so much.